What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video I asked a bunch of YouTubers 3 products, 2 that they recommend and 1 that they don't, for full-time motorhoming, van life and general outdoorsy stuff. You wouldn't notice it, but I mean with the rain on the roof right now, but it is starting to, you know, slowly wake up. Things are in the diary, meetups in the diary. We've got NEC just around the corner next week. So people are going to be buying new products, looking at new products. I wanted to show you that some things that you think's great are not, and some things that you've never thought of maybe are great to might be helpful for you to buy, and yeah, some things to stay clear of. And there's one in here which I know is at NEC quite a lot, and it appears twice in here as a big no-no, so you're gonna want to look out for that. But I asked them 3 questions. 1 product they'd replace immediately if it broke or they lost it, under 50 quid. 1 product that they'd replace immediately if it broke or lost it, which is unlimited price. And 1 product that they never recommend because it sucked, it didn't work, it just isn't worth the money. Let's crack on, shall we?
Hi guys, we're Courts and Meeks.
Also known as that orange couple, for the obvious reasons. An item under £50 that we would definitely replace would be fly nets,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, we've got fly nets on the side and the back doors, and if they broke, oh, it would be hell.
Yeah, we would replace them in a second, and they're like less than 30 quid, I think.
And if we're talking about no budget, if something broke,
Yeah.
it would have to be our Berkey filtration system. It's like a standalone unit that sits on a worktop, and you can get water from any source, like any river, anything, and it filters it out, makes it drinkable.
And it's amazing. I think that's about like £200 or £250, but they come in different sizes, and it's amazing.
Yeah.
So.
Right, the one thing that we would never buy again is our roof rack. It's basically a glorified solar panel holder now, and it weighs about 70 kilograms.
80 kilograms, I think, which is just ridiculous. So
Yeah.
It looks cool at the time. It was a must-have purchase. There was no denying it. We were like, yes, we're getting a roof rack. Now it just looks pretty cool, but it's kind of pointless.
Yeah, it
so.
does look sick, but it's a massive weight draw on the van.
We are Doolittle campers.
We're Doolittle campers, so we're going to go for under 50.
Yeah, so for me it would be the non-spill dog water bowl, because that's a godsend in the van with the dogs. Constantly getting water, and it doesn't, even with David's driving, it doesn't spill. Really good.
It's got like a little floating platform on the
Yeah.
top, so it stops the water going over.
Yeah.
My favourite that I couldn't do without and I'd have to replace is my collapsible pipe. Now I know you can get them for the waste, but the one that I'm talking about is the one to fill it for the fresh water. So as long as you can pull up quite close to a tap, you put it into obviously the outlet for the inlet for the water, expand it out, and it just hooks over the tap. So you don't even have to worry about all those hose lock fittings or anything like that. Unlimited value.
Okay, so for me, we've got these, I think they're called Gizos.
Yeah.
They're like robes that you go for the shower in, and they dry really quickly, and you can just walk back in them, and they're just brilliant. I love them.
Yeah, they are great. They're like a microfiber material, so they dry you quickly, but then they dry themselves quickly. They don't stay bogging wet.
Yeah, better than a towel.
Yeah, so they're really good. And then I think for me, it's the sofa that we're sitting on. So you know how you get like the pop-up camp chairs, stuff like that. Well, we used to go to like outdoor cinemas and stuff like that, and we thought it'd be great to have like a sofa, so you can sit together and be like all cute together and that sort of thing. So yeah, mine's the sofa.
Yeah, it's good. It's handy to have.
Yeah.
And what is it? The useless thing.
Yeah, the useless thing.
So
You're not allowed to say me.
I'm not allowed to say you. No. Yeah. I think it's we've got a cereal container that we literally always take in the van, in a cupboard. Never anything in it. I think we need to just not take it.
We've been
Don't
going
use
out
it.
in the
We don't
van.
even eat cereal.
Yeah, we've been going out in the van for nearly 2 years now, and we've never had
It's just
cereal
always
for
there. I
breakfast.
don't know why we even got it. So, yeah.
And my one is so we've got a magnetic aerial, so it plugs into the back of the TV, and then you can take the wire out the window or whatever, stick it to the side of the van. Works really well. Digital aerial, get all the channels. Really good product, but for us it's absolutely useless because we never watch TV. So yeah, we would never replace
Too busy
that.
watching vlogs.
If we lost it, we'd never replace it. So yeah.
One item under £50 definitely would be the level gauge in the front of the van. For me personally, just because it was £47, it was nice and cheap, and you know whether your van's level.
Tell the truth.
Okay, well, originally when we thought about this, mine would be the the switch is that dimmable, but then Emma come up with a better idea and I've just stole it off her.
Because you're rude. Yeah.
He likes mood lighting.
Because I like mood lighting. And
Because he's a big princess.
I'm so not! I'm having a look for this. Unlimited budget. Unlimited budget would probably be the Struma boiler, because you need hot water, you need heat. Probably the rest of the things you can work around, but definitely heat.
And fridge as well. Fridge for me.
The fridge, yeah.
Can't be without it.
No, so fridge or boiler, so opposite ends of the spectrum, heat or cold. So the one thing that is an absolute complete waste of time, and you're all going to go and buy one, and you've probably bought one and you've seen them, and they're all over the place.
It was a mosquito light.
It was a light that had a
egg-shaped
a
thing.
fan in the bottom that attracted the mosquitoes, and it sucked them into the fan and destroyed them.
But it doesn't.
No, you may as well have a magic tree in there, because it done as much good and it took up less weight. So that got in the bin.
Hello, I'm Igor from Igor Van Life. First, under 50 pound, which I will replace. So that will be this water can, which I use for drinking water. It's just amazing, because we have small tap on the bottom, obviously, when you flip it, and it's very durable. I just love it. I think I bought, but I throw it and I will not buy it anymore. It was my old solar system.
Right.
It was a flexi panels, 200 watts, 2 panels on the roof. Stop work. Just
So they're the ones that you'd throw away, you'd never
yes,
buy again.
I throw away. I will
Okay.
never go for the same system again. It was with a cheap
So cheap solar.
cheap solar.
So then what's your item that unlimited budget that you'd replace if it broke tomorrow?
My new solar system have 2 rigid solar panels, 355 watts each.
So you'd replace your whole solar system tomorrow?
It's amazing. We have full power all the time. It's my MPPT Victron converter.
Victron's great, isn't it?
Yeah, it's fantastic. You have all the details straight on your on the app. How many amps you're using, how many watts. It's just fantastic piece of kit.
Hi, I'm Rob, and we are Archie and me, otherwise known as Pack the Van and Go over on Instagram. One item that I'd replace under 50 quid would be chairs, because every time you come to meet up, they're forever breaking, and there's always some carnage going on. The one item that's over that would be my drone, because again, one of the aspects of my channel is literally to cinematic style the areas that me and Archie go to on our travels and all that sort of stuff. The one item that I was crap was I bought the wrong lights for the van, so literally there were 240 volt instead of 12 volt. But that, you know, again, you live and learn by mistakes and all that sort of stuff, and every conversion you do, you're always learning, so every day's a school day.
I'm Polly, this is Sam. We are from Freedom Strider, and the items that we will replace for under £50 item, we are going to have to replace this. We cannot live without it, and it's under £50, only about 30, and it's the best chair you ever have in a van. It is the comfiest thing ever.
Definitely could not live without it.
And if you don't have aircon, this is how you keep cool. You swing. The item that I would definitely have to have is a camera.
Yeah.
I've always had a camera, so
anytime, like not just for filming our videos, but like photography or anything.
Yeah.
Just a DSLR, one that can film good, take good pictures. Like if it broke, we would buy a new one tomorrow.
Yeah, definitely.
100%. And then I would say the thing that if it broke, we wouldn't be sorry, is one of these. This is like a cheap sort of 12 volt, no pure sine wave inverter. We got it.
It's modified sine. I'll be very happy if this breaks, so then I don't have to keep it.
Yeah.
Because I don't like throwing away things to work.
It's only 200 watts. It barely charges a laptop, and
it'll probably break something.
Yeah, it hasn't been good. Yeah. We barely used it, and if it broke, we'd just use our actual inverter or go everything 12 volt, because it doesn't really.
Right, your 3 things, buddy. Under 50 quid that we would replace immediately. Table and benches.
Yeah, they're probably not under 50 quid anymore, but when we bought them, they were.
They were on special at 49 quid, and you've seen them, Daz. You know, they're 6 foot long benches, table. They're absolutely essential. We love having them.
Yeah, with the family of 5.
Yeah. And having your mates around as well.
Yeah.
So we've had a good few evenings sat around the table and benches.
Yeah.
Next up?
Next up, the over 50s is my pans, my stacking pans. I love them.
Yes.
They stack neatly away. They're really good quality pans. If I was doing it again, I'd go for just the stainless steel ones rather than ones with the non-slick stick.
Ingenios, aren't they?
Yes.
Ingenio. There'll be a link in the description for you guys.
Yep, fantastic.
And the last thing is our awning. We've got a drive-away awning, about 1,200 quid's worth of air awning.
That we have never used. No, I lie. We've used it once.
We used it once. But we don't stay anywhere long enough. We've got ants in our pants, so we're 1 night here, 2 nights there. So that's probably one thing we wouldn't buy again.
Yeah, the one time we used it was immediately after we bought it on the way home to test it out. And it has never been out of the bag since.
There we are. So we've got a great awning. If anyone wants it, get in the comments below.
Hi guys, I'm Liam.
I'm Dee.
And we're wondering really, the product that we'd replace tomorrow under £50 would be...
The kettle.
Yeah, the whistling kettle. It's fantastic. Can't go any day without a brew. Unlimited budget. If we had to replace it tomorrow,
That would be my lift.
it's got to be the wheelchair cassette lift for the van. We couldn't go anywhere without it. Denise does all the driving, and without the lift we couldn't access the vehicle. Product we wouldn't recommend is the Total Cool air cooling gadget machine, water pouring everywhere, crappy. No, wouldn't get one. £300, waste of money.
Hi, we're the Hills on Tour. I'm Ricky.
I'm Beth.
So the item under 50 quid that we couldn't do without is the collapsible hose pipes. They're absolutely brilliant. When you can't quite get to the drain, or you're the wrong way round and you don't want to shunt about, you can just connect them all together. I think we've got 5. And away you go.
The item that we would always buy and have if we had an unlimited budget, and we definitely replace if it broke or we lost it tomorrow, would be our silver screen. It keeps the van nice and cool on ridiculously hot days like today, and it keeps us cosy warm in winter, and it reduces condensation. It's brilliant.
The item, if it broke, that we wouldn't replace is probably our Avtex TV. I know everyone raves about it. They're meant to be the best. It's all right, but it's a lot of money, and we've got an Audi TV, and whenever we tune them in, our Audi TV always gets more channels, and I would say the quality is better. It's a bit more of a faff because you've got to go through the menus a little bit more. The Avtex TV is a one button and away you go. But
yeah,
other than that,
not worth the money.
Not worth the money, in our opinion.
Hi guys, I'm Little Man Adventures, and this is my little van, under £50. I would replace my lights. What I've got up here and over here, I've got some lights, I would replace them. The thing over £50, I would replace my Power Oak, the AC50. I use that for my power needs. I'd replace that if that broke. The item I wouldn't replace is my little table down there. It's a bit too small. I would replace that for a bigger one instead of getting the same thing.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm just going to dive straight in. So under £50, for me, it's got to be the collapsed grey waste disposal system. I spent a lot of time and bought lots of different things to try and get rid of connect the grey waste, and none of it worked. I bought the collapse, worked first time perfectly. So that's my best thing under £50.
It was like all his Christmases had come in one when you got that.
I was so happy.
He was super, super happy. Andy dance. Mine would have to be definitely way under £50. This one.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Basically, because he's designated driver. I'm happy to do motorway driving, but anything like little roads and a single track, no way. So this one's pretty good at doing the driving. So
Okay.
here's my under £50.
Not so sure I'm happy about that. Feel a bit cheap there, but anyway, let's move on. If it broke and you had an unlimited budget.
Mine has to be, when we're away in Katie, fridge freezer. Got to keep drinks cold. Very important. And I do like a little bit of, food and drink every now and again. All the time, especially chocolate. Need to keep that cool, don't I?
Yeah.
So mine would be the fridge freezer.
See, yeah, very important for keeping the beer cool. But for me, it would be our e-bikes, because we use them so much. We use them all the time, every time we go away. And it's our method of getting to the pub, the shop, our activities, everything. So e-bikes.
I like that one too. That's good.
There's one thing you wish you'd never bought. Do you know those kind of hook-up cable kind of tidy things? Mine was orange. Well, that's the only thing I've ever thrown away. It just when you're wrapping 25 meters around it, feels really heavy. Doesn't really do the job.
It's plastic and bits come off it as well.
Yeah,
it's a bit naff, isn't it?
Yeah.
With sharp bits. Oh.
Yeah.
Hello, we are Dan and Mazzy from Travel Trolls TV. One item under £50 that you would replace immediately if it broke.
What's your answer?
Chair. Definitely a chair.
Yes.
That did break the other day.
We had 2 of these, it broke.
And I got this given. So yes, can't live without a chair when you're living in a motorhome.
My answer would be a kettle. Absolutely a kettle.
Because she's addicted to coffee.
Tim, with unlimited budget, what would you replace if it broke?
Fridge and cooker.
Yes.
What do you call it? Oven, fridge,
it's a
cooker.
fridge freezer,
the whole thing.
the whole system with an oven.
Because it's broken
broke.
anyway. And if we could afford a new one, we would because they
replace
cost
it.
an absolute fortune.
Yes, and my answer to that definitely would be if the toilet cassette broke, we'd be out that shopping that afternoon.
Which is why I bought a one for a birthday. True story. One item you regret buying and it was a waste of money. You go first.
For me, this was definitely 100% the Ridge Monkey.
You hate the Ridge
I
Monkey. don't you?
hate it
You
with
hate
a
it.
passion.
And for my answer, I'm going to have to go and show you it. So just come with me a moment, Darren. We are still using it. The air cooler. Total cool. It cost us £300 and I would say it's worth probably about £40.
Yeah, we're the Beechwoods. The thing I'd replace for £50 is my solar powered lights I've got on the side of the truck. I've had them on my other van for a year, they were superb. Just keep people away at night time and whatever. The thing I'd replace would be the solar setup. So I'd upgrade the batteries, upgrade all the power banks inside, everything, make it so it's just endless supply of power. The thing I wouldn't replace no matter what is I had a remote control for some exterior security lights. Every time I come out of Morrison's it was turned on. It's supposed to have its own frequency, but anybody's car would turn it on and off.
Alright then folks, my name's Lou and I'm from Camper Vibe, and if I was to have to replace something under 50 quid in the van, it would 100% be my kettle, because you can't have a morning without a cup of tea. And something unlimited budget that I had to replace would definitely be the fridge, because you can't have a warm beer. And the final one, that's not worth the money or I won't bother buying again, pet passport, because it's useless now, isn't it?
So we're Charlie and Lauren, and we are now going to answer a couple of questions. So first one was, under £50, you replace it immediately.
We had a hand pump for the tap, and we've just recently replaced it to the electric one.
Yeah,
And
that was £50 exactly.
We're living the high life now, so we wouldn't go back.
We've leveled up, guys. Electrics are in. We've got the 12-volt water pump. So yeah, 100%.
definitely
That's the under £50 one. Next question was something unlimited amount of money that you'd replace. I guess it would be the camera gear.
Yeah.
Camera equipment, like that's
The
our
camera.
passion and our job. Mainly taking photos
That's
for
what keeps us
Instagram.
going.
So yeah, the camera, we've got quite a hefty amount of camera gear, lenses, all that
Yeah.
kind of stuff, and yeah, we can't be lost without documenting our travels, which is
That's definitely
what we
the
love to
answer
do.
that one. And then something, if it broke, you wouldn't replace it.
I know what Lauren's going to say for this. I knew she was going to get that. Ridiculous. This is my washing up
We've had to
tray.
buy things to fit this.
Okay.
So that's
Can I
okay.
Can I explain?
Okay, go.
So this came, you know when you buy knives and forks and cutlery, this was the cutlery tray that it came in.
Yeah,
and
that
I
was
took
it,
it all out, put it in the drawer, and I thought, oh, I'll double it up as a little fairy liquid thing. But then it took us so long to find bottles that would fit in here. I absolutely love it.
This is a hand sanitizer, but we've filled it with fairy liquid now.
I love it, but Lauren hates it, so yeah, that's probably the thing she would chuck
I
away.
think just it's got bad memories behind it, so.
I'm pretty sure you can agree that was quite an extensive list of things. Some controversial things. Some people love a Ridge Monkey, some people hate a Ridge Monkey. Yeah, but I think that's a pretty good list. I mean, myself, I would definitely replace my solar system if it broke tomorrow. That's my unlimited item, 100%. My under 50 quid item would probably be the stool that I'm sitting on, which I got from like IKEA. It's flipping great. It's yeah, I sit on it every day, and if it broke tomorrow I'll be getting a new one immediately. And something I wouldn't replace, I bought one of them washing machines before, them twin tub washing machines. the top loaders, thinking yeah, that'd be a great idea. It never was. Where was I going to get the water from? You need to store it, and you need to dry everything because it doesn't properly dry everything. It's just easier and cheaper to go to a laundrette. So yeah, that was my thing. I'd never ever buy again, and I used it once in my mum's kitchen. I never even used it in the motorhome, and then I sold it. So what I would love for you guys to do right now is drop it in the comments below your 3 items. 1 under 50 quid, 1 unlimited, and 1 that you don't recommend anyone buy. I want to make a massive list in the comments below of things that people should buy because you absolutely rave about them and you think they're the best thing since sliced bread or chicken wings. And things that people shouldn't buy. We're all coming out of hibernation and going into meetups and festivals and going to explore here, there and everywhere. So what should we buy? What shouldn't we buy? I will see you guys in the next one. Take it easy. Bye.